Hi, welcome back to Paint, Paint, Paint with me, your host, Brian Dickinson. Today, I'll be showing you a painting that I started back in October and just finished at the end of December, which is why we haven't had a painting in a while. While I was doing that, I was journaling and I wrote a new song that accompanies the painting. So while you're watching the footage, I'll be playing the song along with it and reading excerpts of my motivations and reasonings behind this artwork. The song is called October Flowers. So, let's get started. July 26, 2017. My paintings are a study on the interconnected relationship of our society, how in nature you can find a lattice of weave vines or interlaced waves in the ocean that create a natural pattern, an order, a purpose. The purpose is life. I find a natural order or repeating pattern in all things I paint, even the artificial. When painting pixels on a computer screen, I notice deep down the programs and filters all mimic the natural order. Our roads and paths in life, though artificially created, mimic the growth of mold or that of a spider's web. This is a theory of mine that even when we try to force order, oppress the natural way of life with rigid structures, we make detailed flight plans, communist governments, atomic clocks, and GPS phones to keep order. But no matter how rigid the pattern is I paint, the brushstrokes still dance in an organic array of chaos. This creativity, it is life, and no matter how oppressed, it cannot be stamped out. Whenever I paint the sky, it dances. July 27, 2017. Though my newest painting may seem to have nothing to do with politics or social critique, the truth is they have everything to do with the current state of world affairs. They are a cathartic escape from our divisive world of politics, an attempt to find as much beauty in this world as possible to counteract the ever-present threat of global nuclear war. By refusing to add to the negative energy we are being bombarded with by our media, I hope to subvert the establishment by creating an alternative subject for meditation and momentary escapism. By presenting an alternative subject that is a study of the complexity and beauty of our natural world, I hope to present an argument of defiance by showing what is at stake, but also how the world thrives despite our president's attempts to destroy it. Though I wish to critique our president, I am at a loss of words, and I believe he's already said enough for both of us. You cannot defeat hatred with more hatred. So I paint the world, and I find joy in it as I see it. I've given importance to each individual brushstroke to create a painting that allows the viewer to contemplate our existence. Each brushstroke needs the other to create a web of interconnectivity that cannot be accomplished without the others. It is my belief that each life is sacred, and one affects the rest like waves across the ocean. What affects one part of the world affects the whole. Too much chaos and anger builds and builds until, inevitably, what started as a small disturbance gains destructive capabilities that threatens our entire way of life. Like a tidal wave, it starts small and continues to build and build until it leaves a path of destruction that affects everyone it comes into contact with. But let's not worry about that. Instead, let's look at the pretty picture. A pessimist might say, nothing matters, for I'm just one grain of sand upon billions. Yet, It just takes one grain of sand in your eye to cause notice. December 5th, 2017. It's odd my motives to paint because it torments me. As much as I want to paint, I often overthink it. Once I get started, it's not even me, and that is what I love. I get lost in the action of doing it, and all my problems and worries melt away. I am left with puzzle pieces to create my own world of escape. Yet, it is so hard for me to just let go and stop thinking, and just be. But once I'm there, it's like the world is gone, there are no worries, and it's just me and the canvas. But it's so hard for me to get started sometimes. It's all due to fear of failure, an imagined pressure I put on myself that is completely unnecessary. So I don't know where the doubt comes from, or why I build it into a much larger thing than it needs to be, especially since I don't make a living from my art. Why I stress about it so much, I'll never know. To me, each painting I make is like writing a book in the Bible. It's a sacred translation, and it must be perfect, which I guess is why I care so much. But it's absurd. It's just a fucking painting. In 1,000 years, it'll deteriorate entirely and be what it was in the beginning, dust. In the scope of eternity, 1,000 years is but a blink of the eye. Yet somehow, I don't know why, but my paintings matter. They matter to me. December 12th, 2017. Painting is the most turbulent of relationships, and I simply can't quit it. Sometimes it's like the most perfect fuck you ever had, and that's what I want. But without the bad times, you can't have the best, or know what the best is. Last night was better than most recent sessions. I started after Jess got off work. Jason came over, and then Devin, and we all hung out, and I didn't even think, I just painted. It is when I overthink and plan that I fuck it all to hell. Sometimes you just need to go with the flow of things. It makes me think of that Guardians of the Galaxy line when he says, "I don't do it with my head," implying that he does it with his heart. Sometimes I need to remind myself that's what I need to do. So you can see a lot of this painting is about the balancing of light and dark within a composition. And hi, squeaker. Quit whining. It's also a study about the interconnectivity of vines at the base of the tree and about the pink flowers. What I really like about the composition is that it has a minty color to it that's kind of the color palette of Colorado and the mountains. You can see that it almost looks misty. But other than that, it's just a painting. I'm really happy with it because it balances out my living room, and there's a nice balance of light and dark paintings, which really helps the room look nice. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the painting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name's Brian Dickinson. Until next time.